What is going on, guys? I am on my way to Rick Hendrick's Chevrolet. You know why? I'm going to see the C8 Corvette in person for the first time. I've seen the pictures. I've got the deposit in the day that it launched and have been super excited for months, but this is the first time that I'm actually going to see a C8 in person. Now, I live in Atlanta. For those that don't know, this weekend we had Petit Le Mans, which is a race that happens every year, in case you're not familiar, at Road Atlanta. And they bring out all the cool cars, all the factory cars. There's always some cool excitement going on. Well, they had the C8Rs at Road Atlanta, but I was just super busy this weekend. Could not make it down there. I tried. And then the weather wasn't cooperating either, so I didn't get to see the C8R in person. They look sick. They look amazing on the pictures or in pictures and videos that I've seen. So anyhow, this is the next best thing. I want to see the car in person. So from 1 to 7 at Rick Hendrick's, they've got the C8, regular C8s for us to check out with a nice display that you guys have seen in pictures already, with the color options, the seats, brake caliper colors, and a bunch of other stuff. So anyhow, I'm heading over that way. I'll take some videos and pictures. If this is your first time watching the channel, subscribe, like, comment, and look out for the rest of the video. So thanks for watching. See if we can see where the event is. Nice little event pulling out. C7. See some excitement up here. Looks pretty busy already. So let's see what we got going on here. I don't see any up front. Couple of vets over here and there. Wonder if it's inside. I'll go look inside, see if we can see it. They got food out there. They got a couple of things going on. Bunch of vets up front. Nice ZL1 up here. ZL1 650. I wonder if that's a Hennessy package. There it is. I see where it is. Look at the line for people to go see this thing. Holy smokes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hang around this long, but there is a huge line. All right, guys, I just saw the C8 in person. I'm even more excited now than I was before I put in the order for it. It looks amazing in person. If you haven't had a chance to check one out, definitely go do so, because they are absolutely stunning, beautiful in person. Sorry, Waze is trying to tell me where to go, so you might hear Waze in the background. So first impressions for me, you know, like I said, I've been following the car since the rumor started out. At first, when it was under wraps, I wasn't really sold on it. Wasn't really a big fan of the styling under the wraps. It was kind of weird. It looked like a cheaper version of a 430. And some of you are still probably going to think the same thing. But as it evolved, as the pictures actually came out of the car, man, I started just absolutely loving the design. And when I saw the interior upgrades, you know, the C7 took huge strides in interior quality, because that's the thing, right? And again, you're probably like, well, you got a Viper, there's nothing special about a Gen 3 Viper, but it is a driver's car, and you know, it's a great for what it is for the time. They did the best that they could, and with a struggling parent company and being tossed around all over the place, but that was never its main focus. And I guess you could say the same thing for the Corvette, although the Corvettes, even from the C1 design, they've had beautiful interiors. It was just the materials, like the C5. For me personally, I just didn't love the materials. A lot of cheap hard plastics everywhere, and again, a lot of the car companies were struggling, and a lot of car companies had similar not so great interior. So it wasn't just something to the Corvette. So C5 owners, please don't get mad at me. The C4 had that cool technologically advanced interior that I always loved. So again, the materials may have not been the best, although I still think that some of the seats in the C4s were some of the best ever made, depending on the year, if you're looking at 93 to 96 or the years before. But those seats were always so cool, and I feel like the C8 really went back to that crazy, and you'll see some of the pictures, some of the videos that I took of the seats, and you've seen millions of them already, but the GT2, GT3, and even the the competition seat, and even the GT1 seat was absolutely just a huge departure from previous, seating configurations that they had. So anyhow, first impressions in person, absolutely love the car. It looks a little bit smaller than the C8, and again, I don't have dimensions in front of me to be able to say yay or nay that it's an accurate statement. So feel free to comment, let me know that I'm wrong. But it feels smaller, and I was looking at some of the C7s that they had in the showroom. I was looking at some of the cars nearby, and the C8, just from at least from the eye test, it looks to be a lot smaller than the C7. And I love the look of the C7, that low white stance reminds me a lot of the Viper. I love that look, but this car feels smaller, so it kind of gives me the impression already that it might be a little bit more nimbler, especially in tighter areas, easier to park maybe. So I couldn't sit inside because the line was just way too long. I got there too late. Once again, always running behind when I go to these things. And I didn't want to wait an hour plus to sit inside, but I got close to it. I've seen the pictures. I got to feel the actual seats. Over the wall had a seat display there. So I can tell it's gonna be super comfortable. It's a driver-oriented cockpit, just like the Viper and other sports cars out there, like the C7 and Corvettes before it. So I'm not too worried about how I fit in there, how I'm gonna sit in there. So I love the car. The orange, even though I'm in an orange Jeep, as you can see, I don't want two orange vehicles, so I'm still sticking with the rapid blue. I've always wanted a baby blue, rapid blue. What was it, Laguna Seca and BMW? Laguna Seca blue, if I remember correctly. Maybe I have that wrong. But always wanted a blue car in that shade, that color. So I'm sticking with the rapid blue for now. But the car, going back to it, they had the C51 package out there in the orange, and it just looks absolutely stunning. It had the optional black wheels, even with the LT, what is it, LT3, now I'm having a brain fart here. Even with the 3 package on there, the highest you can get, I believe they're still optional wheels. You get the silver ones, which again, I'm thinking about replacing those at some point anyway, so no point in me spending $1,500, $2,000 additional dollars on those wheels, because they're probably gonna go away, just to give the car a nicer stance, more unique look than all the millions of C8s that will be out there, because the excitement is crazy. So many people in line, so many people excited about this thing. Every age range you can imagine. I saw young kids in there. I saw, young guys, young professionals, women, and all the way up to, senior citizens, 70, 80-year-olds that are super excited about the car, that can't wait to see the car and buy the car. So that's one of the great things about the Corvette. It attracts so many different groups of people. And because you have so many different options, people can customize their cars to their liking. So first impressions, love it. I love the size of it. Looks a lot smaller than in the pictures. I'm spitting everywhere. I feel that, it's gonna be a great car. So if you haven't thought about getting one yet, I highly recommend that you do. The car in person looks absolutely beautiful. Personally, I would stay away from the Dove white seats or whatever that color is. Now, I know this car's made the rounds with the press, with all the different dealerships. It's been on tour, so it looks pretty worn out. It does not look good, folks. So I would suspect with time, that's probably gonna be the case for all of them with that white interior. So I would opt for a different color if I were you. Now, if you gotta have a white interior, get a white interior. It's your car. I'm not trying to tell you, to order or build out your car, but I'm just saying it was pretty worn out. And again, this is a press car. Hundreds of thousands of people have probably sat in this thing. Thanks, Waze, for the hazard up ahead. But I would stay away from any light color seats. It seems like they'll stain easily, they'll get dirty easily, and they'll look worn pretty easily. So at least some of the darker trims will hide better. Tan colors are easy to fix as well too, from what I've been told. So I would recommend a darker interior or a tan interior for sure, if you're just thinking about it. So anyhow, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you think about the C8, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.